music. He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is my review of the Teen Mom Young and Pregnant Season 1 reunion. And when I tell you I'm motherfucking disappointed, baby, I'm so disappointed. I mean, look, let me get y'all closer, okay? Let's get a little bit closer. So, I have been waiting for the Teen Mom Young and Pregnant. I'm moving camera around. The Teen Mom Young and Pregnant reunion simply because I'm like, Dr. Drew gonna delve and dive into all this shit. It's gonna be a 2-part reunion special. He gonna call Stephan, erase her head out. He gonna call Bar and Assy ass out. You know what I'm saying? He gonna call all. He gonna tell Lexi, girl, stop being so dumb, stop being so dead or whatever. Get some color in your skin. He gonna cut into all of them because that is what he does for first time season people. Okay, once it's a couple seasons in, Dr. Drew doesn't go so hard, but I'm like, these is new people. He gonna delve and dive, and gonna get Briana ass together, he gonna get Danae ass together. I cut on the TV, who the heck told MTV to have Angela Simmons host the reunion? I said, bitch, who tricked and bamboozled us into thinking it was? This is why we didn't see any previews much of the reunion, because they didn't want people to not turn in. I think my camera crooked. They didn't want people to not tune in. Had I known Angela was hosting, I would not have watched. I'm not an Angela hater, you know what I'm saying? I think she's a great person, she whatever, but she don't explain her own life situations and interviews and on her own TV show. How she gonna come on here and do a whole reunion special with other people to try to fix not even fix their issues, but discuss their issues? She can't discuss her own damn life, okay? I felt hoodwinked, bamboozled, and tricked all up and through this stupid little reunion. You know, I'm just like, I mean, when I saw her, this is what I said: boo, boo, boo. I booed my television because I was so upset. Okay, and then when she started off talking about, yeah, because I was young and I got pregnant on the first time. This ain't about you at all. And Angela, you're older than all of them. You're in your 20s, baby. You're not 21, 22. You in your good 20s. How old is Angela Simmons? Let me Google it, because I was like, we give zero FUCKs about how old is Angela Simmons. Let's see. She is 30. Okay, her son is 1. She had a baby at 28 or 29. You were not 17, 18, 19, or 20 as these women were. You wasn't young and pregnant. You was old, good age and pregnant, girl. What's wrong with you? Who idea was it? I mean, answer me the question, people. I was so pissed off. You know, let's get into these things. I'm going to still give you this review that we're going to do for this reunion. You know, Lexi and Tyler was still born. Okay, they gave me nothing. It was no point. Lexi and Tyler should not, I mean, they should not have even been on the why were they on the show? I don't get it. You know, this is what happened. They were talking. I was listening. I didn't even hear shit. It was like want, 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 want. I love Kyler. Want, 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 want. I could be with him forever. Want, want. That's all I heard. Okay. So where it got to the end, and I said, wait, what did they say? Rewind it, and I heard again. Want, want, want. I said, Jay Lee, go get some water, eat a popsicle, get some sugar in your system, and then listen again. And then I heard some things, and it still was some bullshit. I love him. I've always loved him. When I had a baby, I loved him even more. Lexi, look, Kyler, bruh, You lucky because you literally have a woman or girl or child or lady who is not going to leave your side. You can go cheat. You can have babies on her. She ain't going no damn where. She ain't leaving your side come hook or crook. Okay, she ain't going no damn where. She is in love with Kyler. Now, she's also a kid. Okay, and that young puppy love. Cause I remember being young and dumb, and I drank too much water too fast. So I was just aggravated, but she's young too. So who knows what's gonna happen in 5 more years. Because again, we are not the I'm not the same person I was when I was 17, 18 years old. I'm a completely different person. The people I was in love with when I was 17, 18, I'm like, how the fuck did you love the bad guy? What's going on with that? So I'm hoping that one or two things happen. One, she grow up and she grows out of it, or he matures enough to love her deeply the way that she loves him, because that girl love that boy, and he too young and dumb to really even appreciate the way she loves him. When she said, yes, I want to get married to him, but I'll be happy if I'm his girlfriend for the rest of our life, I said, bitch, what would you be? Okay, I mean, with Oprah and Stedman been boyfriend and girlfriend for years and they happy, so ain't nothing wrong with it. But I just want her to get the kind of love back that she gives him. And now with the whole thing, who cares? Jade and Sean. Jade and Sean is still not a couple, but they still fucking. Okay, that's what's going on. Clearly they still are, but they are working on their relationship. He's working on, he looks better, he looks less crackhead-ish, you know what I'm saying? He didn't like he was out there smoking 51s or smoking, you know what I'm saying, lay cigarettes. He started smoking whatever. He looked like he was getting himself together. Jade looked happy sitting next to him. I like how they said that they are working on their relationship. Again, these people are young. They're in their 20s, and again, everybody don't have it together in their 20s. Everyone doesn't meet their soulmate in their 20s, and everyone does not have that perfect relationship. So it's an okay thing for them to have been together, had a baby, have had issues, broken up, got back together, but they're still trying to fix themselves and fix their relationship. So I thought that was cool. I mean, she said, Sean has her heart, and we know he loves her. But again, I think they both have growing to do, and if they work on it, they'll be cool or whatever. It'll be fine. They still banging, so it's still it's something there. Her mom come out too. Honey, look. When she said, my mom, she comes off really strong. Okay, she comes off really strong. I'm strong too, but she comes off like really extra or whatever. Her mama was truthful. She said, you know what I'm saying? Yes, I'm a mama bear. I am protective of my daughter. However, when Chloe, Jay's daughter, when she gets to be 20 and she's having, boyfriend issues or baby daddy issues or, parenting things, she's like, Jade and Sean is going to be like me in 20 years because they're going to be about that with their daughter. I completely agree. You know what I'm saying? It's the truth. A lot of people, they always say you don't get it until you have kids. Certain things you can say that about as far as how hovering or how protective a parent can be. I do believe in 20 years Jay ain't gonna be for the bullshit, and she gonna try to be involved in her daughter's life too. Any good parent will be that way. I also like how Jade said that she just wants the best for her mom. We do see also that her father, they didn't show him much. You know what I'm saying? It was more her mom. But, she says how she wants the best for her mother. And her mama just wanted to clear up some things. Her mama said, look, I was never in and out of jail. I did go to jail before I forgot what she said it was about. It may have been like some drug stuff. It was something that she said that she went to jail for. She's like, but I was only gone for like 3 or 4 months. It wasn't like her whole life I was in and out, and that's how the show kind of made it seem like, but that really wasn't what it was. She said, but I did have like probation issues where I would like violate my probation and that kind of stuff. She said, you know what I'm saying, but I'm not a crackhead. I was never a crackhead. I mean, does that mean you never smoke crack? Or that you never feel like you was strung out on crack? I don't know which one it was. Because she did say, you know what I'm saying, I didn't start partying until my kids was grown. So I'm like, I mean, some people smoke crack and they don't consider themselves a crackhead. She said she's, I don't know. But, hey, she said she's been clean. She took some drug tests and she's not, you know what I'm saying, in these streets getting these highs with these drugs or whatever. And so it's a good thing. And her and Jay was able to be on stage together and not arguing and not fuss and not fight. So it's a beautiful thing. On to the tough bullshit of the night. Okay, Briana and Danae. So Briana and Danae were on here. Okay. I drink a lot of water because my mouth gets dry. And I want to be able to say what I need to say without a dry mouth. Briana and Danae was awkward as hell for many reasons. Okay. I a little bit. I 50% changed my opinion on the Danae Briana situation from the season. This reunion has showed us things with Briana and her mama that we did not see during the season. Okay, we did not see Briana being ballsy to Danae's mom. We didn't see that in this show, but we saw it in the reunion. We did not see Danae's mom and Briana's mom. We did not realize they didn't get along, and that Danae's mom said, I never supported my child and Briana being a couple. Briana's mama accepted it, and Briana's mama allowed my child to be over there, and all of that. Now, she can't all the way blame Briana's mama, because at the end of the day, that's your child. And if you allow your child to be over somewhere overnight, that's what you do as a parent. Okay. At the same time, I believe Danae is like 18, over 18. So at the same time, you can't make your child not go somewhere and be somewhere. So I see it both ways. Danae comes out the first, and he says, I treated her horribly. I, took my anger out on her. I was completely wrong. You know what I'm saying? I treated her wrong, and I'm sorry. I wanted to apologize to her. I felt like that apology was wholeheartedly honest and true. I feel like Danae watched the season back and saw he acted really fucked up, and he recognized what he did wrong, and he apologized. I feel like Briana was waiting for the moment to shit on Danae. Okay, let's be honest and let's be truthful. I feel like Briana felt like he dogged me all season. And so the minute I had the chance to dog him back, that's what I'm going to do. Because when Danae apologized, it wasn't even an apology that in my opinion, it wasn't as if he was apologizing trying to get back with her. He was just saying, I fucked up. I should not have treated her the way I did. I was wrong. I see that. I want to say sorry. And, Briana was like, I'm saying, well, I hear your apology, but I don't accept it. I don't care. It is what it is. You're apologizing now. And then he said, well, I've been trying to contact you this whole time, and you've been ignoring me. You know what I'm saying? You basically cut me out your life. It was very inhumane. I wouldn't say it was inhumane. People break up, and when you break up, sometimes you break up with them fully, wholeheartedly, and you leave it at that. I think the difference is, he was around the whole time she was pregnant. They had the whole conversation of he gonna be the daddy, and that was the issue from the beginning. You should not have promised that boy that he could forever be in that baby's life when you knew damn well it was a possibility that wasn't going to be true. So when Briana said, well, yeah, I ignored you and I cut you out of my life because you're not in my life, and we not getting back together. Then here come the moms. So again, as I said, what I'm saying, Danae mom said how she was never okay with him being there. Brianna mom supported that. She said 90% of the time my child was at that house because her mama allowed it. And what I'm saying, even back in high school, that's how it was. Okay, that was one thing. So she then said, like, my issue has always been, I did not like how they treated my child. Her mama put my child out a couple times and knew he didn't know where to go, and the mama gonna say, well, no, I told Danae I would drive him to your house, and he said no. Well, bitch, you put me out, so I don't want to get in a car with you when you drop me off in the middle of nowhere. So I would have said no too. Danae should have then himself got his ass back to whatever. But him and Briana both was on some we want to be together, we some Romeo and Juliet bullshit love story. So we see the mamas don't get along at all. And she said, yeah, me and Brianna mama, we don't see eye to eye. We never have. We never will. You know what I'm saying? We don't get along. They then showed that whole secret conversation with Brianna in the car with her mama, and they're talking about how Danae would never be able to put his name on the birth certificate, and not even in the aspect of he can't legally do it. They were saying in the aspect of even if it can legally be done, they're not gonna let it happen. Again, it was a secret ass conversation that they didn't realize the cameras are on in the car, even in the back seat. So Danae mom like it, that was a whole messy, shady conversation. And then Brianna said, well, yeah, that conversation was never meant to be on camera. It wasn't supposed to be heard. Well, bitch, on a TV show. And at that moment, I said, when she said that woman wasn't supposed to be seen, I said, okay, you can kind of see her mama is built from the same cloth. They shady as hell. And again, they were waiting to dog Danae the same way Danae treated Brianna during the season. I think the difference is Danae going through the transition, being transgender, being angry and upset, going from being a black woman to a black man. I think it was a lot of emotions and shit that he was going through, and that was the reason I kept saying, and people kept saying, he is not ready to be in that relationship or even be a father to that child, because he not emotionally and physically and mentally there yet. You know what I'm saying? And not physically because trans, but physically as in he wasn't physically, like, he was just going through hormones and all the stuff. It was just too much. Anywho, so what I also didn't like was how Brianna mama was like, well, he treated her horrible, and what I'm saying, Brianna was in a toxic situation. It was a toxic relationship, and I'm like, now you acting as if your daughter wasn't fully aware of the relationship and stayed in it. Brianna, when the way you saw Brianna getting buck with Danae's mama, you knew Brianna ain't innocent. You know what I'm saying? Brianna was a victim, but she was a willing victim, and she knew what she was getting into. She wasn't innocent in this, and you can tell by the way that she was acting on camera now that she also has an anger issue. It ain't just Danae. You can clearly see that she had an attitude. She had a full-fledged attitude. It was a completely different, or it was Brianna times 100. That's what it really was. And I just did not like how Brianna mama tried to make it seem as if, Danae was the reason that the relationship was toxic and it's his whole fault. No, you saw your daughter was in a toxic relationship, and you allowed it to happen. You allowed the toxicity to live in your home. You allowed it, lady. So again, it wasn't just Danae. It was also Brianna. She ain't honey. She's not innocent at all. So she bring up, well, yeah, I let Danae see the baby after we broke up for one time, and he was drunk and he kept calling me. So Danae mama say, no, you're lying. Let me say what happened. She goes into the whole thing of, she did let him get the baby. We was there the whole time. She said, Danae, I don't know if she was saying that Danae had a crying fit or the baby was crying. I don't know if she meant that Danae was also crying because the baby was crying, and how Danae kept calling Brianna, but Brianna wasn't answering. And she said that he kept calling because the baby was crying and he didn't know what to do. And my thing is, when Brianna kept on saying he had the baby and couldn't even take care of it because he had never had to take care of a baby by himself. You know how many fathers have to watch their child for an hour while mama goes to pee or just go to the mailbox, and they freak out and they're like, oh my God, the baby eyes of what I'm supposed to do. Well, bitch, look at it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people who have no idea how to take care of kids do panic more when it's just them and the baby. I have a friend at work. She, can't rock, had a new baby, brought the baby home, and it's like the first night the baby cried the whole night. And she said it tore her up because she did not know what to do. She was freaking out, called her doctor again. She's a new parent. You know what I'm saying? She's a new mom. So my thing is, Brianna made it seem as if Danae called her for no reason. It was his first time with the baby and he freaked out. It was what it was. But again, the mama like, well, no, he kept calling you. You wasn't answering. We looked on Snapchat or social media. You was taking out with some boy. Now, if you recall, we did see during the season a couple times where she had hickeys on her neck. So she was clearly dating someone else. So let's not, again, she tried to play innocent and not call bullshit. I really do call bullshit. And Briana had big balls talking to Danae's mom. And it pissed me off because, again, that wasn't the Briana we saw on the show. So it was weird to how she was just so angry at it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. And then for her mama to say, it's just stupid how, his mama is trying to, defend him. Bitch, your mama defending you too. So what you getting mad for? That is his mother. Okay? At the end of the day, a parent protects their child. Okay? Just because your mama didn't protect you from Danae, don't mean that Danae mama can't protect him. I mean, point blank period. And the same way that your mama's now defending you on stage, why would you say, who's surprised that boy mama is defending him? Why would you be surprised about that? It pissed me off. Okay, completely pissed me off. Briana then walked off stage because she was pissed off that they said that she didn't answer the phone because she was out with some boy. Girl, we saw you toss your baby to your mama in her lap when your mama and them complained that she was dating that damn boy. So my thing is, you ain't all that much a person who doesn't do dumb shit with a kid. Okay, so let's not play dumb, Briana. Let's not do that. What I did not like was, what I'm saying, I know what I did like was how Danae mama said, this is the real Briana. You see her cussing and fussing, being rude and have attitude. She said, Danae isn't the only one with a temper and attitude. He isn't the only one who's toxic. It's her too. And it was. You clearly saw it at this point in time. It wasn't just Danae. They were arguing, fussing, fighting because they both were crazy. Point blank to the period. And then we also see Briana mama walk off. And when Danae mama said, bye Jessica, I said, bitch. Come through, defend your child. Okay, defend your child. And the thing about it is, Danae mama never made excuses for when Danae did dumb shit, because what Danae mama said was, I kept saying they don't need to be together. They don't at all, because they don't need to be together. Whereas Briana mama allowed them to be together because Briana wanted it. And that's why Danae ass moved there, because it seems as if his mama wouldn't let them be together in her house, but Briana mama did. And so that's what they say, and that's why the shit got just so crazy. And that was the whole thing with them too. I was like, bitch, it's crazy. Damn, I got 2 more left. Stephan and Kayla. So the whole mouthful. Stephan and Kayla are still having sex, and that makes Kayla the dumbest person on television right now, simply because even after watching the season, for her to continue to be with that man is crazy. Like, it's absolutely crazy. But you know how people say, and I don't mean to be racist or racial or say dumb shit, but it's always certain kind of white people and certain kind of black people who just be stupid for a person. And I mean, like, just stupid to where you like, bitch, you saw it and you still in it. Like, really? Okay, you's a dumb person. And she is the white version of stupidity. Stephan is the black version of a piece of shit baby daddy. And her mama is a white version of a mother who can't control her own life, let alone what's going on in her home. Okay, and again, we've seen this in all kind of races. This is the white version. So when they show the whole playback of the season of like, okay, this is what's happening on the season, you see Kayla getting emotional. You see Kayla kind of tearing up, and I'm like, damn, she must be tearing up because she saw when he was going off on her mama and stuff, and it must have made her really, really sad. This bitch, this ditzy bitch, this crazy bitch here, that crazy bitch is outside, is upset because she say, I'm upset because y'all edited the footage and y'all made it seem like I was dating that guy and I really wasn't. Like, they made it seem like it was something serious and I'm just emotional. Bitch, you crying because... she literally looked like she wanted to bawl crying and a little ball and rock back and forth like she was having a nervous breakdown. That's how she was looking. And I swear when she said it's because y'all made it seem as if I was dating that other guy and I wasn't, and that hurt me. I was upset about that. I say, that's what upset you? Not your mama getting cussed out and fussed out and him and that boy taking your money. Not him cheating on you, yelling and cussing, fussing at you. None of that shit hurt you. None of it made you want to cry. But because they made it seem like you was dating someone you wasn't, that's very hurtful. I said, this bitch right here. This bitch right here. You know, Steph and Steven raised their head and said he didn't watch the show at all. You know, I didn't watch it because I know I was doing stuff I wasn't supposed to. And then Anthony said, oh, like what? Oh, I cheated. Now, when he said he did things he knew he was supposed to, I assume he meant he knew how he acted towards her mama and he didn't want to see it. Nope, not him. He said, nah, because I was doing things or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I cheated one good time. So you cheated one good time. Excuse me. So was the other times bad? Like, was it bad sex the last other times? I mean, was the one good time, like, did you get head and ass, and then the other time was bad because you only got like head? Like, how do you know what I'm saying, plot that shit out? Piss me off. Answer asked them, are y'all together? He's like, nah, not really, whatever's up in the air. She said, oh, well, do y'all still have sex? Now, when she asked that question, I giggled to myself because she don't like nobody asking her about her own personal business. And that's another reason why I said she was the worst person as a host, because she don't even answer these kind of questions in her own life. So how is she on TV wanting someone to answer these questions? Answer, is you still fucking baby daddy? Why'd y'all break up? Because you still ain't answer that question. My thing is, let me stop. Let me not get distracted by Anthony being a bad host. Let me not stay focused. Anyway, so when she asked them if they still having sex, they both don't say nothing. He look around as if he see them, like he just can't see no answers around. She she quiet, and then she say, I think we gonna leave that between me and him, because you still fucking that man. Because if you wasn't, you would say, no, we're not still having sex. Because it wouldn't matter. That wouldn't have to be private. You say that when you're doing things. When someone say you suck dick, that is my personal business. No. You say, no, I'm not. No. Even if you are, you still say no. Okay? But no, I don't want to plead the fifth for bitch. We know that means you fucking that man. Kayla mama come out. And she sits down. And I'm expecting it to be like this weird conversation, this weird thing between her and Stephan. Her mama did say how she's still hurt by what happened. Stephan says, like, well, yeah, I did take the money from her. You know what I'm saying? I needed some money to do some things. I didn't have no other way to make any money. So I took it. I admit I took it because I didn't have any means to get it any other way. And as I said, well, how did you get the PIN number? And he pointed right to Kayla. Kayla gave it to me. And she said, well, no, we would always go shopping in the house, and you know what I'm saying, he would use the card, so he knew the PIN. But on the show, he said, I thought I took Kayla's card. It turns out it was her mom's card, and it was a mistake. So we know you laughing and your ass is lying now. Okay, ain't no truth in you ever. Even though your head can erase shit, you can't erase the truth. So, or your lies. He then also refuses to apologize for his anger, him attacking her mom, him going off on her. He refused to do just for any of it. And at this point in time, I say, you know what? If she see this boy don't want to say sorry, if she see he feel like he didn't do shit wrong, you know what I'm saying? He said her mama don't deserve to hear me say I'm sorry. She don't deserve to hear me apologize because she know I'm sorry. I know I was wrong. I know what I did was wrong, but she don't deserve to hear that from me. Her mama said he too proud to say I'm wrong. This is what I say. Y'all have helped that boy become the asshole he is, because ain't no way on God's green earth, on God's blue earth, on all the heavens and the waters and the grass and the flowers and all the goodness of this world that God gives us, that I would allow that person to even sit next to me on the stage. Okay, they would have had to put his ass across the whole studio away from me, because you don't respect me or my mother enough to say, you know what, my bad, I'm wrong, I'm sorry. No, you gonna let him sit next to you as if he is just oh so innocent and everything was just misconstrued. It was all editing. You know what I'm saying? He ain't that bad. Girl, the fuck by. Okay, no, I don't believe it. And again, Kayla sitting there quiet as a goddamn church mouth in choir practice and don't want to piss on cotton to wake nobody up. I said, girl, Kayla, again, you're stupid. Okay? How stupid is Kayla? Real fucking stupid, okay? The mama then says, no, Kayla then said, you know what I'm saying? I just felt like, you know what I'm saying, they have their issues and they keep putting me in the middle. I can't pick a side. You know, they both gonna be in my life forever. You know, she my mom and he my baby daddy. A person can be your baby daddy and not be in your life like that, okay? He can just be your child's father. You want him in your life, so you refuse to anger him by siding with your mother. That's what it is. Because you know if you do that, he gonna probably be pissed off at you. So you chose that man over your mother. Not only that, when he gave a fake ass apology and say, you know what I'm saying, my bad, I was wrong, I get it. I just felt like, you know what I'm saying, you know, me and her mom used to be real close. You know what I'm saying? She like a mother figure to me. So when she questioned my parenting skills, it pissed me off and I just saw red and I went into rage. The mama then say, well, you thought I always get along. Well, bitch, I bet you all did because of gullible bullshit. And at this point, I'm done with the whole family. Fuck Kayla. Fuck Stephan. Fuck her mama. As a family, as a unit, as individuals, as TV show people. I'm done. I cannot believe it. Then, you know what I'm saying, they hugged it out. But he didn't really. That boy got that whole house. I cannot, because it was total utter bullshit and it pissed me off, but it was what it was. You know, Ashley and Barb was next. They only talked about the fight. They didn't talk about anything besides the fight with Ashley and her mom. Ashley and Barb's mom. Ashley says it went from them arguing to his mama swinging, and then everything went left. Now, while I believe she went out there on 10, the footage that they show us did show them arguing. It did show his mama swing, and it did show it went to shit from there. So the way Ashley explained what happened, that's also what we saw. It doesn't mean that Ashley was right for coming out there and being a bitch to Barb's mama. She could have handled it differently. She could have had someone else ask her to leave to alleviate her and the mama get into a argument. We see how Barb said, you know what I'm saying, he was also wrong because Ashley just said how it escalated so quickly that she didn't mean for it to get to that point, but it happened. It blew up that fast and it was crazy. Barb then says that he knew he was wrong for trying to fight her sister because he came in a rage. He was just mad. He said, but at the end of the day, you know, her sister is biologically a female, meaning we know that she probably lives her life as a stud. You know, it seems that she's probably gay. And you know what I'm saying, she looks as if she is a stud or whatever. But because when he said, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, she's biologically a female, so okay, that means she you know, whatever. But I like how he said, you know what I'm saying, I was wrong. I made the wrong decision. I should have stopped and not. He acknowledged his complete wrong. He said how he was wrong for how he handled it, and he absolutely was true. You know what I'm saying? He says that since then he started going to anger management so that he can better learn to control his temper. I liked how Barr talked about the situation. You know what I'm saying? He didn't down Ashley, he didn't down his sister. He took accountability for what he did. Now with Ashley, she didn't blame anyone. I like how she said that's not what she wanted to happen, but it just happened so quick because of his mama swung. But I do wish she would have said, maybe I shouldn't have came out there on 10. I wish she would have said that, but she didn't, but it was what it was. They said how they had postponed the wedding because they both have things they need to work on. She wants to get herself better in the work field or whatever, and they have issues and they need to kind of just fix some shit. I completely agree. Bart admits, because she said, you know, at times, you know what I'm saying, he don't have my back, and you know what I'm saying, I don't like that. She says, you know, even when I was going to give birth, at one moment he'll say, okay, I get you saying that you don't want my mama there and it's cool, and then he'll say the next time, well, she gonna be there again. He don't have my back. He admitted, at times I don't have her back, you know what I'm saying, and when it comes to my mom, and I need to have her back more, so we're working on those things. Okay, cool. We then see that his mama, so we see her mom and her sister are there, but they're backstage. I was pissed off they didn't bring either one of them out to talk. Kind of pissed me off about that, but whatever. But his mama was there via satellite, and when she said, Bar's mom, we're going to talk to her, via satellite, Bar see him saying, I love her, but I don't want to talk to her. I said, damn. She was like, oh, well, I didn't expect that, but okay. So, what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to just love somebody from afar. I love her, but again, I'm not going to talk to her because I don't want to. He said, we have to keep things separate. And right now, I don't need to talk to her. Even though that's his mama. I was shocked too. His mama come on the screen saying how Ashley uses the baby against her. You know what I'm saying? How they all need to get along and get in a better place. Even though she knows it will always be some kind of tension, they can still get into a better place. His mama had said a cuss word and then said, oh, excuse my French. Now this gonna sound stupid. Well, not stupid. If you don't get what I'm saying, I'm not being racist, okay? On this show, his mother acted black. And you know what I mean by that, when a white person seems to be acting black. On this reunion, when I say his mama came out as a full-fledged white woman, okay, she was acting as if she was out at the church baking pies, milking cools for the homeless, like she up here, you know what I'm saying, Betty Crocker in it, you know what I'm saying, she's the Beaver's mama. I mean, she act like a pure D, upper echelon, rich white woman with no accent, with no ghetto-ness to her at all, as if she had never been to a swap meet or nothing, okay, she act like a completely different person. I said, who, Hoppo, who this woman? Who this Hoppo? It wasn't his mama. When she said, excuse my friend, I said, bitch, you cussed and fussed all season. And you gonna come on this show. She spoke with less hoodness in her voice. She didn't have any color on her in her hair. She didn't have a little sad ponytail. She came I'm just a poor white woman in America. I'm sorry. I said, who the fuck are you? You ain't his. I was so confused. So when she give her account of the fight, she blamed Ashley. She says, you know what I'm saying, she was angry I was there, you know what I'm saying, she came out there just very, very upset, you know what I'm saying, she swung first, and I said, don't swing at me, this is going to get out of hand. And then out the blue, her sister came, and she came in for a punch. I said, bitch, that is not what happened. That is not what happened. I said, did she forget it was on camera? Did she forget we all saw? And as she talking, you see Ashley and Bar like, what? I said, this white woman made up, and this is what we mean by sometimes people play. She wanted to be white at that moment. She that wasn't who she was all season. It wasn't. And I'm not saying that if you are a white person, in certain neighborhoods that you act black, but sometimes if you're a white person in some neighborhoods, you're a little bit more urban. She was suburban. That was a suburban housewife. Okay, her name is Patricia, and I am the PTA board member, and I bake pies for the school dances, and I help my husband mow the lawn. I help the kids make lemonade. Like, that's who. What the fuck was she in? That wasn't she in. That was Sheila. I was completely. When she said she swung first, and I said, don't swing at me, this is gonna get out of hand. That ain't what you call her all kind of girl. Bye. I just could not. Ashley called bullshit on the whole situation. You know what I'm saying? That's not how it really was. She said, you know what I'm saying, his mother consistently wants to be respected. At the end of the day, she said, I was in labor for 40 hours with my daughter, so as her mother, I deserve the right to say who can be around me or my child. If you're toxic to me, you're toxic to my child. And I said, absolutely right. If you are toxic to me, you are toxic to my child, and I have every right to not want you around either one of us. And she said, like, I never said that she can't be around my child. I think Ashley's thing was always, I don't want her to be around me. We can't vibe just yet. And if she see my child, she can see my child when we on better terms, or when Bar is with the baby or whatever. And I mean, it was just it was a full-fledged mess. Bar then said, you know what I'm saying, she my mom, and I love her, but I have to love her at a distance, you know what I'm saying, because there are things that go on in the drive people crazy, and he said how he just does not want that in his life anymore. I think Bar saw the season. I think he saw his mother's actions, and I think he saw how he was kind of excusing them, and he didn't like it. And even though Ashley isn't perfect, I do believe Ashley's reactions was based on her situations with his mama. And it's only so many times I'm going to give you a pass because you was mama before I got to go off on your ass. So I feel like Bar watched the season and he didn't like what he saw. And I feel like he said, you know what I'm saying, I need to take a step back so that she can see I need her to respect Ashley, because when she do respect Ashley, it's kind of cool. They kind of be cool and ain't no big issues, but when they bump heads because my mama being extra, Ashley then in herself goes extra too. So we gotta just love her from afar. And I say, well, the mama live in Vegas, they live in Cali. This FaceTime, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta do what you have to do. And that was the whole reunion. Even though my recap was 40 minutes, I didn't plan for it to be this long. It was some bullshit. It was complete. I mean, they did not even cover. We need Dr. Drew to redo this reunion, okay? Because Angela did a horrible job. She let them ramble on and kind of just talk about one particular situation, and she just did not handle it. I mean, it was bad. They would have been better having what's the girl? The girl who do the after show thing, EJ, and the other girl, I can't think of her name. They would have been better having them because they at least asked real questions and kind of delve in deep. Angela just kind of sat there like this. Bitch, girl, do something. Anyway, that's my review. I hope you guys liked it. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Peace.